Hello everyone and welcome back to High Button Sports here as we get set for some more Bedford AAA action, taking on the TASA Ducks, and a little home and home going on here between these two teams, with Bedford escaping yesterday with the win. I heard through my sources that it was a very close game there yesterday, so it'll be interesting to see how today plays out. TASA maybe a little bit of chip on the shoulder, maybe even having a lead into the third period yesterday, but couldn't hang on with Bedford winning 6-3. So should be a good game for us here to start out our Saturday morning and our weekend. It'll be a full slate of hockey here on High Button Sports. After this, heading over to Dartmouth to do the Major Bantam, and that one shot in front, and a big save, and looking for the rebound, and what a save there in front as they battle around for that other rebound in front. And how about a start there as Snide, I believe, I'm going to make sure that that's him in net, I believe so, as he made a huge save with the chest protector there. And what a way to start off as TASA coming out of the gate here hot as that icing's waved off. We're into the back corner. It feels like it's been a while since we've done a game here for the AAA side on Rink D. We were in Dartmouth, we've been on Rink A, like we are tomorrow, trying to make up for these games as they head to Quebec soon. McLean in front, worked across, shot, scores, and a great finish in front there as Bedford retaliates. And a quick cross crease. McLean makes the move to the front of the net, and it's finished off there by Burke, I believe. And what a start to the game here, as a big save at one end often results in a goal the other way. And Snide started out big, and then coming in there, finished off Burke. And we are back at it as that puck's worked into the wall, and Bedford trying to keep it in the offensive zone. Comes back to its center, past Hopkins. McPhee's gonna chase that. And I gotta update the scoreboard here as 1-0 Bedford. It looked like TASA was gonna break through first in the first minute, but pulling it back the other way, and on the first real scoring chance of the game, Bedford picks up where they left off yesterday. Out here, ready to go, and that one spun on, and Jackson Mood will go at it again. Up back to the wall, Mood plays it back, misses Hopkins, and it's sent into the empty space there, but good job by McPhee to get to that open area. Worked over to Surrett. Surrett up the right side, off a Mood's stick. Mood trying to cut out in front and looking for a similar play there on the quick shot in front off the stick of Brian. Brian chops that puck down in the corner, tries to play it out to the middle. They'll bat away from it, picked up on the move here, Brian, and then he's gonna go for a wraparound, going out in front, and they score. As Bedford up 2-0 here early. Less than 2.5 minutes in, and they're buzzing coming out of the gate. Brian fake taking that behind the net, and then followed it through to the front side to finish it off. And a little thing about wraparounds is they seem easy in theory, and you always seem like go for the wraparound, but that little extra burst of energy to finish it off usually is where most players would give up on the play, and then it would end up being pad save or hitting the outside of the post. So I'm always impressed when someone pulls off a wraparound, because it means that they've got that extra oomph at the end of the play to finish that off and make sure the puck ends up in the back of the net. As that one gets worked over to the left side, shot on, that one high in the zone, and TASA looking to come back here early. Into the wall they go. That'll bounce down in through center. Hand it off, and off the pad there, Snide into the corner. Picked up and looking for that outlet. They hit Van Polgeest. Van Polgeest in through the left side. He'll pull back to Gillis. Gillis shot on. Rebound there in front, looking for there. Goes wide. Put back into the corner. TASA looking for the outlet off of Gillis' stick, and back down low. Spun around Duffy. O'Leary gonna put some pressure on it, worked into the corner. Gillis. London Gillis, one of the top D on this team, had a good season here for Bedford. From the first game of the Jordan Boyd, he stuck out to me, and then as the season goes on, the defense have continued to get better as Snide closes up that elbow and gets it saved. As we'll have a whistle on the play here. 2-0 here, Bedford early. And we'll wait. The play back there as it's into the middle. Back in behind the net, plucked out. Over to Bootlier. They try to cut it off from the wall. Sent back in, tipped in front and off the end of the stick there. Down the right side they go. Duffy helps clear that out to center. Picked up in stride now. Brewer tries to work it across. Just a little offside as they'll come back in the zone. White here for TASA. White tries to hand that off. Hits Brewer's stick down the left. Staying in the zone here, and that'll puck will wrap around. Duffy first to it in the corner. Duffy plays it up the wall. Cut off and spun around. Out of the zone there, handing off to Bootlier. Bootlier into the middle, connects on that pass. TASA now coming back the other way, shot on that one, tipped high. Trying to steer it out in front, calmly caught by Duffy, but then he'll turn it over to the middle there. Trying to swing on that puck, Bedford, as Mood puts pressure on Emriel on TASA, tries to play it back. It gets freed up through the middle and then pushed into the corner. Last-ditch effort by Bootlier pays off. Try to steer out in front, cut off on the wall. Looking to get back in again. Pressure by Bedford, turned over in front, backhanded around, and covered up. As Brian looking for his second of the game here, just over 5 minutes into the first period. Shots 5-7, so TASA leading in the shots category here early. One over to the wall, and Brian in behind, tries to steer out in front. Knocked away up the left side. TASA picking up in stride, falling over there and cutting back the other way they come. Jumped on there, and looks like it'll be a Bedford power play here as Mood goes down in the corner. Burke in the corner, stop shot front, scores! And Surratt from one knee finishes it off on the delayed penalty. And Bedford totally in control here, up 3-0. Just over 5 minutes into this game, 9:32 left to go in the first. Keep an eye on the goalie here for TASA. As the song says, we got a long way to go, but that's the start that Bedford was looking for, and Van Polgees picks that up. Just onside they come, but TASA now back the other way, down the right side. Haverstock in through the middle, left side shot, scores! As Haverstock goes top shelf and gets one right back. And that'll be 3-1, so TASA scoring at a crucial time there, as getting close to out of control here early in this game, but right back on the board. And sorry there if there was any sort of lag in the stream. Trying to get that sorted out. The internet here usually at BMO Center cooperates, but it definitely has its moments as we're back to it here, 3-1. Works back to the line, a wind-up shot there. That one misses off the corner into the wall. They'll try to pick up on that and play it forward. Brewer on it. Spun back to the middle, and a quick stick lift there by McLean. McLean looking for the outlet. Knocked down the wall. Another attempt at a stick lift goes high. Into the zone they go. Down low, Duffy picking up on it behind. Off of his stick, and now up the wall. Brewer in stride. Brewer into the zone he comes, left side looking for a lane. That one in front, and TASA jumping on it quick. Shot in there and a quick save as it's worked over to the right side. McPhee's going to play it down. McLean's hustling into the corner to pick it up. McLean on it. Spun back around and put that puck into the open area. Picked up in behind. Burke tries to get it. He has McLean in front if he can get it off. A little too tight to the net there. Worked into the opposite end. Picked up and back to the blue line. McPhee with a nice low hard shot in that gets steered to the corner. White now up the right side. White dumps it in deep. Into the wall again. McPhee picked to McLean. McLean gets it up, bounces off the stick and trying to lead that puck forward. Handed off in behind on a Doyle stick. Doyle brings it onside just by a hair, but plenty of Bedford players there. Front shot on, and Snide luckily was ready for that one as it was a quick turnover. And if the defensive lapse happens, it's always nice to know you can rely on the goaltender, and that was a perfect example as it looked like they had the zone all clogged up, but a quick move to the middle there created a chance. Snide up to the task, down the right side. Surrett, our latest goal scorer for Bedford, tries to get it free. TASA works it in low, looking for that outlet. Spun back around, Gillis. Gillis to Mood. Mood gets over to the left side. Turned over in front. They'll spin back the other way. And now Robertson's going to pick up. Robertson's circling the zone. He'll shoot that up the right side. Quick pass to the middle. Turned over. As Robertson hustles back, does enough to break up the play, but Gillis will do the rest of the work. Up to Brian, then to the middle. Fought for there, then poked up ahead. Back to TASA. They'll pick it up in their end, and DDD passed that one around, looking for it up the right side. Kick to himself, but teammate gets it Odell, but turned over to Hakala. Looking for a lane up the middle, turned back, and some good neutral zone battles, and now bursts of speed down the right side. Odell holds. Odell knocked off his stick. Picked up Van Polgis with a drop pass, perfectly executed and picked up down the right side. Brian. He'll step in, shot, stick save. Into the zone they go. Land picks it up. Land drops it back in behind to Van Polgis. Van Polgis tries to get it up to O'Leary. It'll bounce over his stick back to center ice. Stick handle, then passed off. Now up the left side, tipped up ahead. Into the zone they come. Flick down Duffy. Duffy's spinning around. Hands Van Polgis. He'll touch pass. O'Leary picks it up in stride. Tons of pressure, but Van Polgis behind. Tries to play it in front to O'Leary. Knocked into the wall. Picked up left side now. Back O'Leary. Off of his stick. McLean's gonna have to wait for him to tag on. All good now. McLean into the zone. McLean down the right side. He holds off a man. Shotting. Mask save there. We got a good rhythm here to go. 5 minutes to go in the first, and haven't had a whistle here in a bit. McPhee tries to work it ahead. Back in through the way to the middle. Doyle. Doyle beats the man around. Down center and scores! And Doyle makes it 3-2. As he shakes off the D-man. And that'll be 3-2. So, an early start. Gone by the wayside a little bit here as the 3-0 lead now down to 1 and shots even at 11. And we'll head down into the offensive zone here for TASA. Trying to tie this one up in exciting game here. Like I said, a home and home with two of the top teams in the league. Gonna produce some good hockey as it's down the left side. Picked off in behind, pulled back the other way. TASA then looking for the outlet. They're going to stop up. Stick handle around behind. Burke tries to play it out in front. He stops up that puck. Burke pulled on. Into the middle, back to McPhee. McPhee hands off McLean. That one off the skate. Try to get it back the other way. Looking for that lead pass, and the defense, Haverstock had made it in between McPhee and Hopkins, but couldn't get that pass clean. Face off, one forward. Brian gonna work it back. He'll stick handle, try to look for Mood in front. Mood anxious there. Alone in front for a split second. He'll keep it in the offensive end. It could be an on-man rush the other way. Stand on, rebound in front, goes by the stick there. Looking for a low rebound with Surratt. It's up to Odell. Odell through the zone, he'll shoot on. Snide gonna glove that down and get a whistle here. Up one with 3:44 left to go in the first period. 3-0 in the first 5 minutes. Two quick ones the other way off Rush's top shelf. And that's been the tail of the tape here in the first period. Shots 12-12. Pretty even. Bootlier hands it across. Down low, White and Gillis gonna go at it. O'Leary try to hand in front. As TASA is knocked off the stick. Down the right side, it's spun around. Robertson to it first. Bounced off there by White. White there, taking on Hakala, who plays that in behind. TASA tries to get it in front. Bootlier chips it ahead to himself. Tries to get the shot off, and that'll be spun back the other way. Van Polgeest hands that ahead. TASA defense catching up, gonna push Hakala into the wall, and some good pressure there to not let a chance break through. And now TASA the other way, 1-on-2. They'll gain the red line and just shoot that down. Good heads up play. In the zone now, hand it up to Brewer. Brewer ahead to Burke. Burke cutting in on the left side. They'll go into the wall. Retrieved down low. Spun back around. And now advanced pass there. Down the right side with speed. Shot on, catches the skate, another one shot on. Rebound, sent in front, and that one, a hot shot that misses off the outside. Gonna pull out now. DDD pass there. Lead in through the middle. Cutting in, left side shot, kicked away. In behind, and there was a bit of net there, but McLean's gonna dig that out. McLean now turning on the Jets down the right side. He'll chip it ahead past one man. He kind of gets held up, and another trip in there, and he'll go down, and it'll be a power play coming here. It's our first power play of the game. The first one was waved off after a bit as it was scored on the delayed penalty. Surratt scored on the delayed penalty, I should say. So this will be our first official power play of the game here. In the zone. Back to the line, handed back to Duffy. Duffy's gonna hold on to it on the left side. He stick handles around, shot in, and that'll be quickly gloved as it was scooped up. And a little exciting person to lose. I'll drop in here. I'll be up in Antigonish for the U13 AAA Provincials, so I'm sure I'll see both of these teams up there potentially as covering all games. So Bedford or not, all games will be covered, and we will crown a champion up in Antigonish. Should be an exciting week there. I think it's on March break for the youngins out there, and We'll be up there for 4 days, making sure we get a champion out of this league. As Duffy hands that off to Surrett in towards the middle, jumping off Bryant's stick. That one knocked down in front. 1:16 left to go in the first period here. 1:17 left to go in the power play. Duffy grabs it, hands that up to Land on the left side. He'll fan on it. Try to stick with it. Odell keeping the pressure on. Odell back to Rowe. Rowe tries to play it ahead. It's knocked back. Brian and Land and the rest will try to push it forward. Onside they come. Knocked off the stick there. Mood. Moods works out in front. Puck's free and will be covered up. And whistled down here. 48 seconds to go in the first. Still on the power play. 14-16 the shot. So it's a bit of an offensive first period here, to say the least. I heard yesterday that during this game, TASA put up a record shot there on the Bedford side. So they certainly know how to shoot it. And they're continuing that trend today. Gillis down the right side to Hakala. Back to Gillis. London Gillis turned over to the middle. McPhee's gonna be forced to retreat back. Knocked off the puck there, and the arm goes up there finally. After the initial contact they didn't call, but stuck with them, and now that'll cancel at the power play. And with 26 seconds left in the period, it'll be 4-on-4 for 30 seconds. And then it'll be time for a power play for TASA, and holding his head heading off there, so I hope he's all right. So, like I said, if your team will be up at Antigonish, we'll have the coverage there, so it's good for me to get a look at all the different squads as they play out. Pictou with a strong season, TASA, strong season, Bedford, I believe Val or Acadia had a strong season, so it'll be interesting. But we got a game to play here in front, as that one's tipped just wide. Van Polge catches up to it. Van Polge's trying to play him behind. O'Leary cutting off on the wall, and that should take us to just about the end of this period here, and it'll be a power play for TASA pretty soon as we start the second, but that'll do it here for the first. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. All right, and we are back here for the second period as power play to start off for TASA here for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Get it back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc shot in front, a nice save there on a hard shot by Odell. Worked off the glass. That one bounces around. Into the zone and up ahead, Duffy. Duffy down the right side. Gonna wrap around Brewer, picking up on it, send it back in. The PK going to work here as McLean hits the ice. Sent up into the mask of McLean. Good job there defensively. He'll make a cut move to the middle, try to send it across, and a quick one there by Burke as it spun around. And that hockey IQ of Hunter McLean benefiting Bedford again as a hold through the zone there doesn't get called as Burke tries to get on it. Like I said, that hockey IQ of McLean benefiting Bedford as makes the defensive stop, holds on to it, and then a nice little play in front to get a chance on the PK. 21 seconds to go here on the Gillis penalty. Work back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc steps in, shoots, just misses top right. Back to the line it comes. TASA across LeBlanc. LeBlanc fans on the pass, but just gets enough of it. It'll come back to him. Through the middle, a risky one, gets over to the right side, and power play over now. Back to 5-on-5. Knocked off, and that'll be through the middle, so Bedford escapes, still up 3-2. McLean through the middle, McLean tucked, and couldn't get the shot off. Tucked that puck just up ahead and tried to bury it home, but it's knocked back the other way. Now McLean in stride down the left side. He'll pick it up, cut to the middle, steer it aside, and the net goes off. Goalie, I think, leg ran into that post as he's down. And we know how hard those hockey posts are. No chance that felt good. As we continue on, and this game's living up to its billing here so far as an exciting start and a real efficient second half of the period. The score, and we'll wait for the face-off here as he gets some fresh legs out there. One into the corner, and now spun around. TASA cross into the zone, picked up, gonna work that past the stick of the onrushing Brian. Charette tries to hold the line, they'll just tag up, sent in, and glove down. Leaving that puck to the right side. Face off, one back there. TASA is going to try to push it up ahead. They'll get into the sticks there. Bedford with a nice turnover, plays it ahead. Mood now in stride down the right side, shot on and saved as Rowe pressure into the outside, and Mood, as the offensive mind he has, if he knows he kind of maybe fumbled a chance, looks skyward. There's a tight save there. .24 left to go here in the second. 19-17 the shots now for Bedford, as TASA needs to send out one more guy. O'Leary on the draw. Gonna have to wait. Now they're saying the TASA centerman needs to get kicked out here, so taking a moment here to get us going, but I think we're ready. O'Leary wins it over to the right side. Hackala back to Hopkins. Hopkins tries to steer ahead. TASA will pass that off to McKay. McKay in through the zone, shot, steered aside. McPhee tries to spin it back around. Into the skates there, Hackala on the right. Cut down on the boards, O'Leary battling to get it out, exits the zone. Sent back in, Hopkins across. Lead pass to Hackala, bounces off his stick. In towards the middle, Van Polges tries to get it ahead. Hackala stick lifted. McKay pressuring there for TASA. Back into the middle. Hackala spun around the other way. McKay into the zone now. He'll try to go through Hopkins. He's all over it. Turnover in behind there. McPhee with a nice play. Short pass to Hackala. He'll look for the outlet to O'Leary, bouncing off his stick, back in the other way. Just tagging on side. TASA down the right side. Fanned on the shot there by Bootleer. Knocked back the other way, and it could be a 2-on-1. Hackala and O'Leary. Defense catching up, but O'Leary has it, and he catches it backhanded, steered away. On now, through the middle. Kingston stops up, plays it over to the left side, trying to shoot through, and a nice save by Snide. Worked out in front, he's all over it. Back into the corner. Up the right side and spun around. Pushed to the wall, Brewer and Duffy and all. Try to work it ahead. Sent in through the middle, onto the stick. In ahead, TASA just onside once again. It's worked around the left side. That'll come back to the stick. And offside there is third time's a charm for the offsides there. They got away with a couple of close calls there, and the third one whistled dead. Game's kind of stalled out a little bit here to start the second period. Still solid play from both sides, but just not as many offensive opportunities, I suppose, but trying to change that. McLean through the middle. That one's off of his stick, and now push it back the other way. Comes TASA down the middle. 1-on-2. Through the burst man. Down the middle. Right side. Save. Scores! And what a highlight goal there! As Duffy, McLean, and the rest of the gang beat on the way back, holding on to it and fishing off for a beautiful tying goal there for TASA. And those are the ones you clip out of our YouTube channel and send to your grandparents back at home. As what a play that was. We'll get back to it here. It's down the right side they come. 3-3 the score now, and we're back to even. You know what I say when a game gets tied up? It's like a brand new slate. You're starting 0-0 with just less time. So anything could happen here in this game now with Bedford trying to turn it back on the other way. Mood pinched in along the boards. Hard for it there on the wall. Try to get it free, and now TASA. Gillis dove out to make the play. Delayed penalty coming as they'll touch it up. And still haven't touched it, Bedford. And finally they do, and now to the power play for TASA. 3-3 the score. After a phenomenal goal here just about a minute ago. Now they have a chance to take their first lead of the game here. 9:47 left to go here in the second. And Gillis will head for his second penalty of the game. 20-20 the shot, so it's been dead even since that first burst of offense. And it looked like Gillis was going to get away with that play initially, a good defensive play, but they eventually got him on the trip. But those are one of the calls where you kind of have to take the penalty to make the play. I don't know if the coach will be too upset at that effort there, as he was laying out for it. Down the right side, pinched off on the boards. Doyle going to work it forward, and now a penalty coming. That'll cut that one off real quick as an interference call as Brian drew it, and the power plays will be off the board here now, and it'll just be 3-3, 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 41 seconds. So an interesting point in this game with 9:28 left to go in the second. Tie game. Been even down the stretch so far, and now we will see as back to Duffy. Duffy shoots on. That one's tipped wide. Into the corner, Mood goes down on one knee. Puck gets left behind, and now TASA up the left side trying to chip it above. Odell works it by. Odell picks it up on the other side. He'll try to shoot through. A diving land kind of saved that play a bit as TASA tries to work it out. Odell playing real good out there for TASA as he circles back to the right side. That'll jump over the stick. And I saw the defensive coach there on the TASA side look skyward, and that just shows you how important these moments are as both players go down. Nothing called there. Back towards the middle. Duffy looking for the outlet. Hits him hard and perfectly picked up. Brian down the middle. Shot. Missing. Outside. Going to go for the wraparound again. What a pass there by Duffy, just hard enough to get through the D and split the zone, but just light enough to slow down. As they'll come through the opposite end, Doyle, shot high off the crossbar. What a move by Doyle. Trying to free that puck up and put it top shelf. He had the lane, but it's worked out in front, and what a game this one's turned out to be. Surratt in towards the middle. O'Leary picks it up. O'Leary holds on and then works it down the right side. It'll be 4-on-4 for another 13 seconds. Spun around to the right side. Gonna try to lead it ahead. Into the zone they come and trying to push Robertson off. Spun back around behind. McPhee now on it. McPhee works up to Van Polges. He'll cut back with it in the zone, and now we'll be back to 5-on-5. Both teams escaping the 4-on-4, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Back to McPhee. McPhee tries to play up ahead. He gets it on the stick there, just off the stick, actually, Burke, but they're ahead. He's got Van Polgeest in front. He's going to jump over it in the end, boys. Nice play by Burke. Trying for the wraparound and covered up in front. McPhee wanted that puck back there in the middle. Didn't get it. And it's whistled down here. And this is exactly what we wanted here. A good way to start up the weekend here for me. There's 6 more games to cover, but game 1 of 6. An exciting one here through the first half. It's 7 minutes left to go in the second period, so we're just about perfectly halfway through this game. Spun around through the 5-hole, they score. Sticking with that puck pays off for Bedford as they retake the lead. Jamming it away there. And now Burke throws in a couple words on the way back to the bench. And the intensity picking up here a bit, as it'll be 4-3 to score here at Bedford. And Burke, one of the top offensive players on this Bedford team, coming up clutch, giving him the lead once again as McLean plays that back. Into the zone they come. McLean into the right side. McLean steers out in front, tries to get Burke again. He got a little snap on it, but couldn't find it home. In towards the middle. Tries to backhand around there, Brewer. Emil tries to play it through the middle. McLean hands it off. Gillis. Back to McLean. McLean cutting through. Onside. Handed off to the left. Tries to steer ahead. It rides up the shaft of the stick there. TASA, nice move around McLean there. Down the right side they come. In through center. Land gonna try to play it back. Push to the outside. Gillis tries to steer in front. Hits the side of the net. Back towards the middle. LeBlanc winds up for a shot. Knocked off there by Surratt as he got to it. Down the left side, trying to chip it up ahead. Back in the zone, back to Gillis. Gillis hands that off, misses Surratt's stick. Down into the middle, kick back the other way, Mood onside. Surratt, Mood, and everyone battle for it as TASA picks it up in stride. Now Doyle slapped on, that one high. Picked up on the boards there and back in behind. Land tries to catch up. Worked off the puck there, TASA in front. Wind up for a shot. That one gets blocked before it gets in. Worked in behind now. Back up the right side to the blue line. Sent in low. That one steered away. Odell picks it up. Back to the blue line. That one might jump over Doyle's stick. It doesn't. It just goes into the glass. Play will stay alive. TASA in front. Wind up shot. That one a nice save by Snide as I believe he got the stick in front of it. Held onto by Surratt now. Puts it through the legs and he'll hustle down the right side. Into the zone they come. Getting pushed off there now in behind. Trying to hold on a backhand in front there by Mood. Doesn't go. Spun around. That one gets through some sticks, but back to TASA in front. Odell going to pick it up in stride down the left side. Has a lane. He's going to shoot that on. That'll come back and hit the mesh. 4:47 to go in the second. And 4-3 the score here. 24-22, the shots. In towards the left side, Van Polgis with a nice move through. We gotta try to hand that off in front. He does. With some quick hands to get that puck all the way in deep. Down low, looking for the outlet down the right side. That'll bounce off the boards. One hop over to Robertson. Robertson in behind. Plays that up the wall. Haverstock intercepts. Haverstock takes the extra effort and rings one off the post on a hard backhand. O'Leary backhanded ahead, and Van Polgis is going to have to hustle after that hard. He does. Worked out to Gillis, the D-man in low. McLean covering for him. McLean pushing it down the wall. In towards the middle, backhanded in deep. Spun back around to try to play it forward. It's on the skates now, another second effort, and stopped up there. So 3:44 left to go in the second. 25-22 the shots. In towards the middle, TASA gonna hustle that back the other way. And offside there is Amarillo. Frustrated, but clearly offside there as he jumped. Try to stay in. And we'll have a face-off on the other side here. 3:37 left to go in the second. McLean wins that back. Hopkins picks up on it. McPhee now over. Trying to play it down the right side. In behind, McLean plays that across. Into the corner and pushed over. A penalty coming here, and not one you needed to take late here in the second period. Up one, but to the box nonetheless, as I believe it was Hopkins, because he just gave him a push there from behind, and obviously majority of contact outlawed here in this league. 3:20 to go here in a 2-minute PK. Steered into the middle, and that'll go the length of the ice. Back in the zone they come. Power play for TASA, trying to tie this one up and then head to the locker room. Remember, we have an ice clearing between the second and third. Up the left side they come. McKay to the outside, and Mood stays on him. Worked into the other side. Duffy goes in hard. Tries to backhand that out. It catches the chest protector and then rifled high over the net there into the left side. LeBlanc makes the first move around, gets it.
The guy's name is Johnny Dawson is the guy's name.
That one jumps over the stick and cutting back into the zone there for Worth. Worth spun around, and that went in front. Surrett picked up on it. Surrett backhands that one hard but wide. Doyle plays it in behind. 2:13 left to go in the second. Trying to spin around there, held on to. Tipped up ahead now, looking for the outlet. That rides up. Into the left side they come, Amarillo. Drop pass to Haverstock. Haverstock with a beauty earlier in this game. Hands that back to the line. 1:50 to go in the period. 30 seconds in the power play. D-to-D pass down the right side. Walking in. Steer it off the stick. Back in towards the middle, and O'Leary almost chased him out of the zone. And now it'll come out on the second try, and we'll have to hold up. Come on now. Played back to Doyle on the line. Doyle steered out in front. Perfect bounce there to the right side, and Snide tried to jump at that, but it's sent in to the mesh, and it'll be a whistle and a face-off outside here, but penalty killed off there successfully. So we're back to 5-on-5 with Bedford up 1 with 1:17 left to go in the second period. We'll have a 10-minute ice clear and be back for a final frame. In towards the left, Gillis looking to steer ahead. It's stopped up. Back to Robertson. Robertson over to Hakala. Into Van Polgees. He leaves that behind to Gillis. Just staying on side as O'Leary, but turned back the other way. Now they're going to go for a rush. It'll be Robertson, the last man back. TASA players on rushing. Sauce to the middle. Shot! And that one hits the crossbar, and then they throw in the rebound. As now TASA with a big celebration. With 46 seconds left in the second, we'll be all tied up at 4. And not ideal for Bedford, who were hoping to head into the dressing room with the lead. Now they're going to have to wait. Yes, it'll be 4-4 unless we get a goal here in the last 45 seconds. Anything could happen. That's back to the line. McPhee ups ahead, chips it to O'Leary, chips it to himself. Walks in, shot, that one blocked. They're going to try to stick on it, but it'll get pushed to the wall. And now TASA looking for a lead pass. McPhee chopping at it. Well, we have a brand new game heading into the third. It's back to Boutelier. He hands it off to the right side. Shot from the point, sent in. Still not covered yet. They work it in front. 16 seconds to go. Net open, right side. Just tipped wide. Trying to cross. That one bounces and past Boutlier's stick. It'll be 4 seconds left to go in the second. In front, shot saved there by Snide. Try it again and stays out. And it'll be 4-4. Headed into the third. We're going to take a 10-minute break here. Be back. Don't go anywhere. here, ready for our third period here. 4-4 the score. Still waiting on the score clock to get going up there, but the boys are getting the Twiggies going, and they're all excited there on the bench as we are ready to go. The shot's 25 for Bedford, 29 for TASA. 4-4 the score after what has just been a wild game so far. And TASA looking to get one back on Bedford here after dropping a home game yesterday. It was close going into the third. Bedford ended up winning 6-3. We'll see what happens in the third frame today. As that's Gillis in the corner. Back to the line they come. Spun around there. That nice pass there. Left side, TASA holding on to it. Extra effort. Saved there by Snide. Up the left side they come now. Brian in ahead. Stop back. Doyle gonna play it in behind. Stick on stick there. TASA trying to work it in down the right side. Doyle in the corner. Doyle in front, and Snide gonna jump on it, but it's cleared out of harm's way by his teammate. And now back over. Doyle picks it up in behind, up the left side. That one just exits the zone. It stayed inside, actually, as McLean now tries to keep it on. Haverstock pressures him off the puck. They go into it towards the middle. Brewer down the right side. He has an edge. Brewer in front. Shot. Save. Spun back around to Burke. Burke now holding onto it to Land. Bedford trying to work in here quick. Turned over to the middle. TASA chips ahead with a nice play. It'll be a foot race to it now on the right side. Land chopping away at it. Plays back. Missing the stick of Duffy. Duffy's stick handling. That one goes off the end though. Up the left side, they'll wind up, shoot that into the corner. Onto the wall they go now. Brewer ahead to McLean. McLean tries to get it in. Brewer onside, hands it off. McLean down the left. Into the back right corner. He sticks with that puck all the way across the ice. East to west. Shot down low, and O'Leary picks it up. O'Leary tries to work front, shot in, and a quick save there on McPhee as he had a clear-cut look there in front. Got a good whack at it, but stayed out. 12:51 left to go in the third. And O'Leary wins that back. Spun towards the middle. Odell hands it off. Into the corner and sent down the right side. Picked up. Odell now. Left side. Spun around. Into the stick there of O'Leary. McPhee tries to stay on it as well. TASA in front. Quick one-timer. That one off the end of the stick. Misses wide. Hakala now cutting in. O'Leary back. Van Polgeest on it as well. Van Polgeest sends it back to McPhee. McPhee picks it up, hands that up to O'Leary on the right side. Dropping in behind. TASA out the right side they come. Trying to steer ahead, pushing him off. Brian now spun around into the zone. Now Haverstock. Haverstock walking in. He shoots high. Bouncing on the stick. And long there. Back to Gillis. Gillis knocked off his stick, and onside they come. TASA right side. Haverstock shot, and Robertson gets a shift or the shaft of his stick on it to break it up. And TASA more in Bedford's end than Bedford and TASA's end here to start the third. 11:30 left to go in the third. Picked up. Played back to the line. TASA gonna work that across. Haverstock off the end of his stick over to Mood. Mood hands that back now. Haverstock. Brian. Mood in the middle. Shot high. Trying to go for the rebound. Get a nice pad save there. Land now with it. Land hands off. Robertson. Shot in from the point. That one tipped wide. Into the wall now. Land. In behind. A little urgency maybe needed here for the Bedford team as TASA keeping the pace going. Doyle trying to hook him to the outside. Puck there, French shot on, and Snide way out to make the save. one of his better saves of the game as he keeps this game tied. Down in the zone, TASA shot in front, save there! How did that stay out? Will Snide gets across and has the 5-hole close just enough. And that was the chance and the save of the game there. It's Snide keeping his team in it here. Fantastic play. And holy, what a play there. Is read that one like a book. The pass right on the money. And the save somehow stays out. Looked like he was gonna go 5-hole, but he just closed it up in time, and that one kicked all the way out in Bedford, able to get out of harm's way. And now down the left side, Brewer gonna pick it up. Brewer hands back to McLean. McLean steps in, shot left side missing. Worked around the boards there. Duffy then chips it into the bench. 9:59 left to go in the third here. Just under 10 minutes. 3:10 Atlantic Standard Time. Like I said, I'll be going out to Dartmouth after this if you want to watch some U15. So one of the teams that some of these guys here in Bedford could be trying out for next year, as they'll be taking on Cole Harbour, in which should be a good game. And then after that, Steel Subaru taking on the Wolfpack, and what I can guarantee you will be a great game later tonight for the late game here on High Button Sports. Pushed into the wall. Trying to work in front. McLean, one-time shot. That one just inside. Duffy pinching down. Duffy played in behind. It's knocked off Burke's stick though, but Burke gonna hold on to it, try to steer it in front. It's in the skates. TASA then back the other way. Tried to steer ahead. Land gets it back to McLean, who passes that off, but it's touched in the other way. And now TASA down the left side. Shot on. Blocker save. Rebound out. Into the wall they come. Back to O'Leary. That one's chopped at. Into the zone and hand it off, looking for that lead pass. They get it off, and now chop that, stays alive. O'Leary just gets it through, maybe looking for the lead pass there. They hit it on the right side. Hackla back to the middle. O'Leary shot, that one a hard shot missing. Back to McPhee. McPhee down. Hackla in front, shot in. Puck still loose. Van Polgeest had a good effort at it. Back to Hopkins on the wall. Hopkins down to O'Leary. O'Leary tries to center it out front into the glove. They're going to throw that down, and TASA now the other way. 8:30 left to go in the third. 4-4. Hand it off to the middle. Spun through. O'Leary gets that off to Van Polgeest. Van Polgeest leading ahead now. Down the right side they come. Hackle, it's still out there. Hands that off to Van Polgeest. Hackle going to switch up. 8 minutes to go here in the third. Back to the middle. Hopkins bounces off his. McPhee picks it up. He's hard shot missing. O'Leary into the corner. He's still out there. Backhands it. No one there on the line to pick it up. They're going to have a quick change here as Gillis comes on and saves the day for Bedford. Down the left side, McPhee shakes off the man. McPhee steps out in front. A quick shot and a save there. .746 left to go. 4-4 the score. 35-30 the shots here for TASA. It's been a shooting gallery here tonight. Walked out in front. Brian looking for the rebound. Still on it. As he made a cut to the net. Now TASA the other way, and it's just back and forth as Robertson's on the outside. He's pushed as that one goes high in the zone now. Chip back around, back to Haverstock. Haverstock with the lead pass. That one's intercepted back to Gillis. Gillis circling around in the zone. Over to the right side. Surrett works it ahead. Mood now in low. Mood spun off that puck. In behind, Odell gonna wrap around and back in the zone. Back to Odell. He holds on it, turns it over behind as he kind of flubbed that pass over, but then he regains control. TASA slowing it down for just a second though. Hasn't been slowed down very much at all this game as Haverstock in the right side. He'll shoot that high over the net. Looking for the rebound on the other side, knocked off. In through the middle now. Try to get back to the line. Surratt almost chips it by. Picked up though by Gillis. Back in the other way. Gillis in through the middle. Try to stay on it. Doyle works it ahead. Robertson last man back. Robertson shoots it down the right side. And a delayed icing with 6:20 left to go here in the third. And we are still scoreless here in the final frame. TASA tying it up late in the second period. And since then, it's been dead even. Bedford off to the 3-0 start early. TASA fought all the way back. Then it was 4-3 Bedford. Got another one to tie it up, 4-4. And that's where we currently stand here with 6:14 left to go in the third. That one's wrapped around the boards. Brewer trying for the lead pass, cut off. White gonna bring it in on side for TASA. White to the middle to Doyle. Brewer gonna intercept. Brewer over to McLean. McLean now down the right side with speed. Trying to cut through the middle. That was knocked off his stick as he had it a little too far out in front of him and a little too light on that puck. Land across to Duffy. Duffy looking for the lead to McLean. He picks it up on his backhand. Now he'll head down the left side. McLean trying to power to the net, and he gets pushed from behind. Tries to steer out in front, and he'll draw a penalty here. And power play coming here for Bedford for 5:42 left to go here in the third. And McLean, for a big man, he sure does draw a lot of penalties out there. A good skill to have as he's got that kind of rush to the net, and it causes the players on the other team to just start swinging and going for those ankles, and often resulting in tripping calls like we just saw. So a good shift there by Hunter McLean. And now they'll send out the next unit for the power play, trying to regain the lead here late. 5:34 left to go in the third. McPhee in the zone. He'll pull it up the left side. McPhee to the middle. Shot on, and a glove save there on a hot shot. Couldn't have put it much better than that one. And standing up to the task. 5:23 left. That's 20 seconds gone in the power play. In down low to Mood. Mood off the jaw, he gets it free. Tries to play it, gets Patty McPhee. He'll chop that down, they'll leave it for his D partner Gillis. London Gillis through the middle. Through center, gonna hand that off to Surratt. Surratt had a goal earlier in the game, and now he's gonna try to play that puck in behind, but caught up too nicely, and now on side for Bedford as they have speed down the middle. Right side, Mood, shot on, up the stick. They try to bat at it, McPhee. That would have been a high stick anyway. Comes over to the right side. Gillis tracks it down beautifully. Gillis steps in, hands it off to the right side, Mood. Back to Gillis in the middle. Gillis down low to McPhee. The defense playing low here on the power play. McPhee in front looking for the rebound, and that one just goes through. 55 seconds left on the man advantage. Worked around, they try to play it to the middle, and it's chopped out, and a good clear there from the TASA side. And McPhee gonna come back for it. Spinning around the zone, they come. Up the right side, they hand that over to Burke. Burke returns to McLean. McLean's gonna be out here for the last 30 seconds of the power play, in towards the middle. Trying to backhand on, and oh, a great save there. As it looked like it was labeled for the top of the net. 20 seconds left to go, 4 minutes left to go in the third. That one tipped ahead, it'll be a foot race. Land, luckily, came back just enough, and that'll exit the zone. And now, offside, as Odell thought he didn't touch it when it was in, but the ref says he did, and with 12 seconds left to go in the power play, it still remains 4-4. 3:54 left to go in the game. I just want to thank you for tuning into High Button Sports here. Our pleasure to bring you the action. TASA coming from just down the road, looking for the redemption after last night, and a big win over a top team as we head until the ending of the regular season here for the U13 AAA. We'll head into playoffs soon, and like I said earlier, provincials on March break, which I will be there covering all the games, so excited to be there covering the provincials, and you have to win one playoff series to make it there, so no guarantees, but these two teams in good spots to make a run at it this year. Hope to see them in Antigonish in a month or so, as Doyle gets caught up with that puck, and he's going to have to wait for his teammates, and he turns that over to O'Leary. O'Leary on the right side, Hackler trying to stay on it. O'Leary staying with the man, but it's handed off to the right side. Gonna walk in, shot tipped into the mesh. We'll have a whistle here with 3:08 left to go in the third. Shots now even, 35 apiece. 4-4 the score. And it's been an awesome game here so far, from the first whistle to the last. And they throw on some clean, really pump up the crowd here as that one's into the middle. And Bedford trying to work it up ahead. Hand it off to Gillis. Down the left side, Gillis gonna drop to Mood. He'll hold on to it. Mood in front, shot across, and they score! And what a goal by Jackson Mood! Score with 2:55 left to go, just off the power play, as it just ran out, and Mood using the extra effort to cut to the middle there, holding on to it all the way until he got the shot he likes and then put it home. It was so quiet here on the TASA side after that was scored. I didn't even know it went in, to be honest, initially, but that was in the back of the net. And now Bedford takes the lead here with just under 3 to go. TASA the other way, shot off, rebound on the left side, fanned on. And a great chance out there. And that one worked in, and Snide steers it away. Snide, if Bedford can pull it off, will be the MVP of this one. As whistled down here, maybe the net fell off or something. And like I said, that last play, just going back to it real quick before we move on. Down the left side he comes. He could have handed it off, but he holds on to it for the extra second. Worked in front, got the goalie out of position, and was dead center with the net as he slid it in past the pad on the left side. And Jackson Mood with a highlight reel goal to give his team the lead here with 2:30 left to go. Tass has been all over this game, however, so you can't count him out. Goalie's still in the net. Back to the line they go. Trying for the spin around. They'll work it into the wall. It's cut off. McLean's going to try to put some pressure on. In the zone. That one comes back in through center. Chased after. Land will get to it first. Land spins it around and the arm goes up. And Bedford now head to the power play with 2 minutes to go as Burke picks it up. Burke and Land is down at the other end. Burke tries to hand it out in front. Oh, it's there for the taking. McLean wasn't there for it. But Quentin Land, we don't show injuries here on High Button, but he's slow to get up after taking a hit in there behind. And I don't know if there's much arguing with that one. We know at the U13 level now, there's no contact. So basically any contact that happens will be called. And Land able to get up under his own power there. So we'll keep an eye on that situation. But we got 2 minutes of power play time here for Bedford, now up 1. They just got to hang on tight. You got to assume that the goalie will be pulled and it'll be even strength here at some point. As Hackler works back. Picked up by Gillis into his middle. Backhanded. That one bounces off the end boards. Trying to steer it in front. It's onto the stick there. Duffy. Duffy plays it across. Gillis. Gillis manages to get it to center. That'll come back to TASA. Now 90 seconds left to go in this game. Working it up ahead. Chip down. Gillis catches it. He gains center and shoots it back, but TASA with it. Keep an eye on the goaltender. Picking up stride now. Over to Haverstock. Haverstock with the next play. And the goalie will leave the net, so we'll be going to 5-on-5 here. Down the wall, Odell pushing it forward. Final minute of play here to the line. TASA chip down the left side. They've got to be ultra careful here. Odell there on the wall. Gonna try to clear it out in front. Stepped off on the line. Worked over to Worth here. Worth sends it down the right side. Haverstock has that bounce off his stick. Duffy, nice little stop-up play in behind. He'll chip it down the right side. Not handled cleanly by Van Polgeest. It's in towards the middle. Odell now holding. 43 seconds to go. Still in the power play for the rest of the game is Bedford, but it's 5-on-5 with the goalie pulled. Haverstock there on the right side. Haverstock puts it through, trying to do the middle, and a nice stick lift there by Duffy, and a huge play by Duffy to clear that out as he had eyes for the net there. And that'll be sent down on the icing. And 26 seconds to go here. Last ditch effort for TASA, who's hung in the whole game. Has played incredibly well with highlight reel moments from the goaltender and the forwards alike. And it's turned this game into a real good one. Down there, 25 seconds to go, 5-on-5. One back, knocked over there. Worth shoots it in. That one tipped high. Gonna be off the mark. Trying to jam it in on the right side. It's worked over. Gonna be a foot race to it on the wall. And that one sent it to the mesh. And it's going to be in the zone here again, 13 seconds, so TASA is still alive. They're going to keep their forwards out there. Going to move White off, but Haverstock and Odell will stay out there. 13.7 to go here in the third. Oh, and linesman didn't like that. He's going to kick the TASA center out of the dot. Okay, so 13.7 to go. We're all squared away here. TASA wins that ahead. Land tried to push him into the corner. They're going to try to work that out front. Land dives at it. Worked over that off his stick. Snide to front, and oh man. Snide steered that aside. There was a rebound, but it'll exit the zone, and Bedford will hang on and win the home-and-home series versus TASA after two phenomenal games back-to-back. And that'll be it here for us here on High Button Sports. We got to let the next crew move in, so got to get out of here quick. But what a game we had here. We appreciate you tuning in. The High Button Sports once again. We'll be back tomorrow with the next Bedford game over on Rink A. Until then, we'll see you next time. And to the TASA parents, maybe we'll see you in March. Until then, see ya.